Hey everyone, it's Corey here with GrimmSpeed. Today I'm going to be walking you through the install of our Trails by GrimmSpeed Fender Shrouds for the 2015 to 2019 Subaru Outback. Let's take a look inside and see what's included in your kit. We're going to have the two fender shrouds, driver and passenger, and then we're going to have our hardware kit. We have 4 bolts, 2 of which are longer. We have 4 washers, 2 nylon spacers, and then these 4 rubber well nuts. The only tool you're going to need for this install is going to be a 2.5mm Allen wrench. So to start the install, we're going to assemble this piece on the bench before we bring it to the car. Just makes it a little bit easier to get everything in place. We're going to start with the driver's side fender shroud, and the branding tag goes in front. So on the driver's side, we're going to put the long bolt with the washer on it through the front hole. We're going to hold it there. Then we're going to take our nylon spacer, put that in there, and we're just going to slightly thread the rubber well nut in just so you can see the threads poking through just barely to make sure it's threaded in. So we're going to repeat on the back without the spacer. So we'll take one of the shorter bolts, we'll get a washer on there. Now these washers are very small, so be careful not to lose them. So we have it through there, washer on the outside, and then we'll take the rubber well nut and we'll get it started on the inside. There we go. So they're both a little loose. We'll do the other side and then we'll take it to the car. So we're going to start on the driver's side here, and as you can see, we already have the OEM fender shroud removed. It's just going to be those 2 plastic clips, pretty straightforward. Pop those out and the whole thing comes off. The nice thing about installing the hardware on the bench is that we don't need to fiddle with it in the car. So this, and I'm probably going to obscure this a little bit with my head. Basically, you just need to line up this rubber rivet well nut with this hole to start, and then we'll work on the back one. Just got to get that lined up. So I like to tighten this front one down a little bit before working toward the back. Just make sure that it doesn't pop out. But basically you just line up the back as well, and it takes a little more finesse to get that in there. It's gonna feel like you're applying a weird bend to the piece, but rest assured it's just fine. And it will just pop in just like that. So now you can see there's not really any tension on it. Then we go ahead and tighten these 2 up. They don't need to be super tight. Basically, as you tighten them, that rubber well nut squishes and expands behind that tab, just like that. Pretty much finger tight, it's gonna be good. And you're all installed. Just like the driver's side, we moved over to the passenger side. The procedure is the exact same. We're going to start by installing the front bolt into this tab here. And we're just going to barely snug that up just to hold it in place, and then move to the back. And just like that. Then we give these both a little twist to compress those rubber well nuts. And we'll hold it in place. Go, snug back there. And again, these do not need to be super tight because you will just pretty much be able to keep tightening. So once it's snug, nothing moves. That's going to be all you need. That's going to wrap up the install for the 2015 to 2019 Trails by GrimmSpeed Outback Fender Shrouds. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the GrimmSpeed customer service team. They'd be happy to answer any questions you have regarding this install.